Hi guys, it's Usual Labs, my name is Fro, and today I'm gonna give you Solana mint slash flip formula that I'm using. So this is only like a few rules, basing absolutely completely like exactly on my personal experience. This is all of my point of view, all of my experience that I saw like multiple like numerous times in my life, in all the previous drops, and of course with any rule I will give you a quite recent example, of course. But before this video starts, I'd like to ask you guys, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It really helps me a lot down in the future, and if you subscribe, you're sure that you won't miss any cool, interesting upcoming projects. Let's go. The first and the most quite, I believe, maybe valuable one is that expensive whitelist doesn't mean that collection will be value a lot, that it will give us some profits and etc. Because I think this is all about our psychology, because like if people are buying really expensive whitelist, they are checking the price all the time, and if the price drops only for a few percent, they're starting to panic, starting to sold out, panic sold just like immediately, because they're just really frightened to lose all of their money that they're spent on the whitelist. So yeah, the good example is the Community 3. Alright, the Community 3 was like mostly full whitelist drop, and the price for them was about $3,000, and the mint was only about like 1-2 Solana, doesn't matter. So if we look at them now, they give us like a non-profit, a zero, non-x2, non-x3, just like nothing, just a small profit. I know you could catch about floor price 40, 45 maybe, and then you will have some profit, but this is just like funny for collection like that. Everybody was saying, oh my god, this is the next blue chip, they will overcome the OK bears, this is a super mega fundamental project. But what do we see? We see a zero, quite near to zero profit for us. I'm not saying that you couldn't earn anything on this collection, because maybe on the first wave of growing you can earn something like 5-6 Solanas, but this is not what the blue chip looks like, and I think this is not what we all are looking for. So yeah, $3,000 nearly with the drop was the price for the whitelist, and we see a zero profit right now. Another good example is Naira. Right, their floor price is 6 now. Their whitelist was selling for about 10-15 Solanas, and mint was about like 1 or 2. And what do we see now? Again, floor price is only 6. So yeah, I think expensive whitelist, this is not what will help collection to grow, to give us some gains, because again, just a lot of people will panic sell their NFTs, really panic sell, and then the price will drop so hard that it could not come back. And the good example for it is the OK bears, of course. Whitelist for them, I just want to remind you guys, was only like $250, I believe, not more than that. And even if we say that whitelist plus the mint was around like 4, 5, 6, even 7 Solanas, even 10 Solanas, doesn't really matter. If you bought it for really expensive, their whitelist, we see a huge gains in here right now. So yeah, expensive whitelist, this is very, very huge red sign personally for me. For a real blue chips, the whitelist must cost like only $200, $300, maybe even $500, and you can easily buy it. The next rule is really simple. Any collection that is going to be a full whitelist will not go up so hard, and the reason just the same as it was in a previous rule, because so much people bought whitelist and they're scared now. If they see a really small dropping of price, they're starting to panic selling. I don't know, number of examples is just numerous. The moon bears, for example, they went to 1.3, like from whitelist for around like 2-3 Solanas, and the mint was 1-2 Solanas. So it's just like, I don't know, it's just funny. Zenjin Vipers is a good example as well. They dropped so hard, like whitelist for them was around like $1,000, and now their cost only 5 Solanas. This is just like funny for me. And this is a numerous times I can say that the full whitelist drop usually is a not a really good thing, and usually they will dump really hard just like after the mint, or like in a day, in a few days, or something like that. Of course, we have some unique things like a Reptilian Renegade that went up to 40 Solanas for floor price, and there was like a full whitelist, but this is just like a unique situation. This is not a rule. 95% of full whitelist drops just going down, just dumping so hard. And another rule is also connected with the previous two rules. All I want to say is that if a lot of percentage of the drop are going for a public, that it will be a valuable, a huge gains, and x3, x5, like a huge x potential drop. Again, good examples is the OK Bears. They got around 25% for public, and what do we see with the floor price now? A good example is the Cardboard Citizens. I will use them in my another rule. Like even now the price is dumped so hard, they will cost around 10 Solanas only like yesterday, or even like 4 Solana price is x2, around x3 from their mint price. Yeah, and there will also around like 50 or 60% was for a public, and this is what we see when a lot of stock are going for a public. Like it must be around 20 up to 50 to 60% for a public to collection, like to breathe, to grow, to like overcome all of this panic whitelist sellers. Another really interesting thing that I want to tell you is that usually we see a local like ATH all-time high only in 3 days. Then the price usually are going down. I'm not saying this is a 100% rule. I'm not saying this is happening like all the time. I'm just happening that usually if the collections are going up so hard and you don't know when you need to sell it, the best idea is to sell it after 3 days. Again, only if we're talking about really huge growth in here. So in here we see 26 April, and here we see a peak all-time high on 29th of the April. Then the price was going down, then it went up again to this level, and then it dumped again. So again, 1, 2, 3 days from the mint, and the Reptilian just absolutely the same thing. We seen in here that only on a 3rd day they got their peak price. After then they dropped so hard. So 14th of the May, and here is we see around 17th of the May, so there were 40 after 3 days. So again, if you're holding and you don't know like until when you should hold until the 3rd day from it list. Again, we only talk about this if it has a really huge growth in the past time. You can check this out on your on collections that you love, on some famous collections, like whatever. I just found a few examples for it, and this is what do I see. Usually I think the Cardboard Citizens got the absolutely same situation, because yeah, I haven't even checked them, but I'm pretty sure that this is just working all the time. Again, 19th 20th of the May. No, it was only 19th. It was only 2 days. So yeah, let's say 2 up to 3 days. Usually it's 3 days, sometimes it's 2 or 3 days. So try to do not panic sell it on a first day if you see a huge growing, because usually that's a low ball. And the last thing I want to tell you guys, but I think this is last but not the least, and I think this is one of the most fundamental one, is that if we see a huge growth, like right, we see growing, until when we will grow. I can tell you we will grow until the round number. Usually it's a pretty round number, so it's here we're growing like on 5, on 7, on 6, on 8. I thought, me personally, that we will bump from the 10th Solana, and it was so we just went down really hard from 10th Solana, because this is a circle number. Just remember, guys, that most of people will list their NFTs for a pretty round number. So for 10 Solanas, for example, I was buying this for 2, for 5, and I thought that, oh my god, when I will sell. Then I see a floor price 10, I will just, oh my god, 10, this is a good number, this is a round number, this is a pretty number, I will sell it for 10. Again, this is just the same story with the OK Bears. With the OK Bears, they bumped like around 2 times from the 200 Solanas. Right, we saw a huge move on the 200 Solanas for the first time, in here. Then we saw a huge move on 200 Solana second time, and here we bought from it really hard down. Then we outbreak it, right? We went to 260 Solanas, and now we fold again. But what is our support? Let me guess, 200 Solanas. So again, guys, the round numbers, this is just some kind of magic. And the Reptilian Renegade, just the same story. This is not all about the numbers, this is not about the NFTs, this is just our psychological. Because like, if for example we're doing kind of push-ups, how many times would you do it? Of course, you would do it 20 times. 20 times, not 17, not 18, not 19, not 21. I mean, right, we're not talking about the breaking records, just like doing some exercises, right? You will do it completely 20 times because this is a human psychological, I don't know, we just pretend to think about it, we just love to think about it. Maybe this is just kind of attraction we see in these numbers, but the round numbers, the pretty numbers are walking all the time. So here we thought, I think this is the 40, right? This is the 40, really huge resistance. We outbreak it a bit, then we went to it again, and then we just fall down really hard. Again, this is a round number. I hope, guys, this video was useful for you. I hope now you know some rules, how to mint, how to flip, and I hope now, right after this video, you will completely maximize your gains and get yourself a really huge, awesome profits. Hope you like this video, guys. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and send a link of this video to your friends. See you guys later.